all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. You've successfully made it past the first half of the week. Listen in over the next few minutes to get a head start on tackling the second half. I'm Alex Matthew and this is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint, and today is the 11th of November. First and foremost this morning is news from India's political theatre. The Bharatiya Janata Party-led National Democratic Alliance said it will form government in Bihar. This after it got into the lead by a small margin in the assembly polls. Neither of its lead parties has yet to emerge as the leader in the state. According to Election Commission data as of 12 a.m., Tejashwi Yadav-led RJD has won the maximum seats in the state so far. COVID-19 cases in India have risen to their lowest in 2 weeks in the 24 hours to 8 a.m. yesterday, taking the total tally to just under 86 lakh. Just over 38,000 more people were reported to have contracted the virus. Active cases currently stand at just over 5 lakh. India's pace of addition is falling at a time when countries in the West are facing a fresh surge. The US, for one, has reported a record of nearly 143,000 fresh cases yesterday. It appears poised to reach the highest number of hospitalizations later this week. This is resulting in increasing hope being placed on the development of a vaccine. The US Health and Human Services Secretary said yesterday that a public vaccination campaign could begin by springtime. In the other top news, the case that will determine whether Reliance Retail Ventures goes ahead with its deal with Future Retail is now being argued in the Delhi High Court. Future Retail has asked the Delhi High Court to direct Amazon.com to stop meddling in the approval process for its deal with Reliance Retail Ventures. Check out the story on the website bloombergquint.com for more details. Now, there's a new housing finance company that has hit the market. Godrej Group has forayed into the financial services industry. The Indian conglomerate said that Godrej Housing Finance would offer home loans at interest rates starting from 6.69% and aims to build a balance sheet of 10,000 crore rupees in the next 3 years. The lender said it will initially offer home loans in Mumbai, Delhi NCR, Pune and Bengaluru, and will also partner with developers including Godrej Properties. The group also clarified that the housing lender and its real estate arm will have no links in terms of the company structure. In news in the insurance space, premium collected by private life insurance companies has returned to pre-pandemic levels, aided by the reopening of the economy. Total new business premium, that is individual plus group policies, returned to pre-COVID levels in October with 22,776 crore rupees worth of policies underwritten. That's according to Bloomberg Quint's calculation based on disclosures. This was the highest in 9 months. In international news, Apple has kicked off its transition from Intel chips yesterday, launching the first Mac computers with a main processor designed in-house. Apple announced a new MacBook Air, 13-inch MacBook Pro and MacBook Mini with new Apple M1 processors at its virtual event called One More Thing. In international markets, US equities ended mixed, with the Dow gaining about 0.9% and the other two, that is the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, declining by about 0.1% and 1.4% respectively. All three early risers in the Asia-Pacific region have started in the green, and quite comfortably at that. And with that, it's over to Hormuz Fatakia for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning Hormuz, how are we looking at the start today?
Good morning to you, Alex, and to those tuning in as well. I don't think I need to tell you how the markets have been over the last 7 days. It's been one color, that's green, and one direction, pun intended, and that's higher. What hasn't been in the green though are the broader markets. Another point to note is the volatility index, which rose after 5 days of decline, ending 7% higher. Now, a technical indicator called the RSI, or the Relative Strength Index, showing a reading above 70 means that the market is in overbought territory. I'll leave this stat here for you. The Nifty's RSI as of closing on Tuesday was 75. That of the Sensex was 76, while that of the Nifty Bank was 80. Now let's get down to specific stocks for the day. Aarti Industries reported revenue growth of 18% for the quarter and was ahead of analyst estimates. However, margins were impacted due to higher employee expenses and input costs. The raw material cost as a percentage of sales rose to 49.5% from 46% last year. A subdued quarter for Bata, where the net loss was higher than the analyst projections. The company said that discretionary spends from consumers remain low owing to prevailing uncertainties. On the flip side, it said that it is seeing increasing demand in semi-urban areas, which it will continue to focus on for its expansion plans in Tier 3 to Tier 5 towns in the country. A mixed quarter for Tata Power. Revenue and EBITDA were higher than estimates, while profit and margins were lower than the projections. The company has managed to reduce gross debt by 14% to 17,300 crore rupees by the end of the September quarter. The solar EPC order book of the company currently stands at over 8,600 crore rupees. Info Edge's results too were below analyst expectations. The company has seen gradual recovery of billings across businesses with a growth of 32% over the previous quarter. We are heading towards the final leg of the Nifty earnings this season. Power Grid, Coal India and Shree Cement being the three index names that will be reporting results today. Non-index names coming out with numbers include Apollo Hospitals, Aurobindo Pharma, Bharat Forge, GIC Housing Finance, Godrej Industries, Indiabulls Housing Finance, IGL, Metropolis Healthcare, among many others. You will find the complete list in our All You Need to Know copy. Aside of earnings, NMDC became the latest state-run company to announce a share buyback. The company will buy back 4.3% of the total equity worth 1,380 crore rupees. The buyback price of 105 rupees a share is an 11.7% premium to Tuesday's closing price. 23rd of November is the record date for the buyback. Mayur Uniquoters too has announced a buyback of shares. The 30 crore buyback will involve 1.65% of the total equity. The buyback price of 400 rupees a share is a 56% premium to Tuesday's closing price. After acquiring 0.5% stake on Monday, Samit Vartak's Sage One Investment Advisors has acquired another 0.5% stake in Apollo Pipes, this time at 602 rupees a share. The stock rose for the 7th straight day on Tuesday, ending at its highest level in 2.5 years. The 5.5 crore shares, or 8.8% of the total equity of Crompton Greaves Consumers sold by its promoters on Tuesday, was acquired by HDFC Standard Life Insurance, which acquired 0.7% stake, Society Generale, which acquired 0.6%, and 1.6% stake was acquired by SBI Mutual Fund. Early ticks on the SGX Nifty show that the index is trading flat around the mark of 12,680. Most technical analysts on the Nifty have revised their medium-term targets on the index to 13,000 and beyond. So will the index get to 13,000 swiftly, or will there be speed bumps on the way? Hoga jo bhi, dekhenge hum log. With that, I wish you a safe day ahead, and it's back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Hormuz, and as always, thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.